Well, let's go see if the bridge is up. If we can cross. I think we can do this. We'll get a little wet, but I think we can do it. All right, let's keep it rolling in case I fall in. Muddy shoes, wet shoes always suck getting back on the pedals, but I think we'll be okay here for the most part. I'm gonna move this guy just a little bit. That's not what I wanted to do. Oops.
Yeah, we're gonna get a little wet, but just a little, hopefully just a little. Oh, oh boy. All right. Hell yeah.
Storms are brewing, and I'm an idiot. I don't get a lot of crazy different footage these days, and I had some fun footage setting up a tent, but I deleted it by accident because I'm an idiot. So why was I setting up a tent? Because I don't know if it was my idea originally or my friend's idea, but someone initially had the idea of like, you should go camping, just solo camping. I haven't been camping for like 8 years, and even then it was in like the town that I grew up in. It wasn't like a strange place, and I wasn't alone, and it was only an hour away from where I lived at the time, which was Saskatoon. So I just thought, you know what, that's a good idea. Like, I don't remember if he was like, you should go solo camping, and I was like, hell yeah, I should. Or if it was me saying it and he was like, hell yeah, you should. And he camps a lot, not alone, but he camps a lot. And so in BC, so he's got a lot of pointers, a lot of tips, a lot of knowledge he can disperse to me. So he's a wealth of knowledge, both. Anyway, and yeah, he was saying, like, you know, you haven't used that tent in a really long time. Like, you know, the first camping trip of the season, like, we always set up the tent just to make sure we got everything, it's all good, there's nothing ripped or whatever, bunged up. And I was like, that's a good idea, because you do that once a year, you set it up before you go, and I haven't used this thing for like 8 years. Oh, cool. Let's be loud, because that means we're cool. Anyway, cool. That person's like a block away from me, and that's how loud it is. Anyway, so I decided that yeah, I would take his advice, and I set up the tent, and I got some footage while I was doing it, and then I deleted it all. But the tent is good, everything's good. I swept, and I also got the kinks out of the way. Like, I kind of set it up stupid and wasted like 15-20 minutes of time, and then now I know not to do that stupid thing next time. So I'm gonna go now, because apparently it's loud time. It's always interesting when you see somebody with 2 bikes. Wonder how that happened. fast downhill on a bike never gets old. One of life's greatest joys. This is one of my favorite parts. No one's coming up and I can actually just cross this exit without having to stop. It's kind of dicey sometimes though. So I realized something right before I hit the trail. I was not prepared to do any trail riding today because, like I said, I thought it was going to be muddy and messy. So I pumped my tires up just to do street riding so I wouldn't have nearly enough grip as I normally would on a trail. And I was like, oh, shoot. Well, if I get wrecked, I get wrecked. But then I remembered I'm also not wearing pads. And I was thinking before I left, like, oh man, it's gonna be so nice not to wear any pads and just like go for a nice ride and not feel as bulky or whatever. And it'll just be fun. You know, I haven't worn, like, it's been a while since I haven't worn pads on a ride because I'm always riding trails. And if I do get wrecked, I would like to have the minimum amount of damage possible. So pads it is, right? And yeah, then I decided that I wasn't going to go fast enough to clear that. That was dumb. Anyway, then I decided to do this ride, and I'm glad I made it without issue. Oh wow, it looks like they're actually shooting at the police station today. I guess we're going to go check that out next, because I'm going to do gun run, appropriately named gun run, to get back up to the city. Well, to link to closed, what is it, closed Botterill climb? Something like that. Anyway, let's go check this out. I also thought to myself, man, you're really going to exhaust yourself today, aren't you? And I guess I am. I feel pretty damn good though. It's also the earliest I've been up in a while. I've been getting like 8 to 9 hours of sleep. I've been going to bed too late, getting up too late. Yesterday I still went to bed a little bit too late. Definitely went past my goal time of going to bed and then had a hard time falling asleep. But I got up at like 8, and it's the first time I've done that in probably a week and a half. So, and I stayed up. That's the key part. I got up and I stayed up. Whew. Yikes. Whoa. Yeah. Not gonna lie, that freaks me out. Guess if I catch something, I catch it. That's the attitude you're supposed to have about your life, right? Ah, whack. Shit. Okay, that's enough of that. Whew. Too scared to do anything ever at the mountain bike park. Ugh, I suck. Just doing a little neighborhood exploring before I head home, I guess. I really wish I had more mountain bike skills, but some of those skills are like sitting there repeating something over and over and over, like a skateboarding trick. And I just want to like learn skills on the trail, not have to like repeatedly try and manual and just like do that for a couple hours until I get it. I mean, a couple hours isn't that bad, but I just have this thing. I'm just like, oh, I don't want to. I'd rather go ride a trail for a couple hours. But if I invested those couple hours doing that thing I don't want to do, like learning how to manual or try jumping, I mean, that's a whole different thing because there's a risk of getting hurt and a lot of fear. Whereas manualing, there's not a lot of fear there for me, just annoying. But then I would have more fun on the trails and riding in general if I could master that skill. So I know, like, that's the logical part of it, but anyway. On my way to Tabor, first time this season to go ride. It was kind of impromptu. There's a person there that prints shirts, and they advertise this. Like, I saw them on Instagram, and I was like, oh my goodness, that shirt is the best. I really want it. And so I reached out, and they printed the shirt. But they were like, hey, it's ready today. And I was like, oh snap, like I haven't been to Tabor yet at all. I need to go there in a couple weeks to do a mural, and I didn't want to wait that long to get the shirt, and it was just like, what do I do? So I was like, well, I checked the weather real quick, and it's not super windy, so I decided, hey, let's just go to Tabor and hit some trails, and grab the shirt first and go do that and have some fun. It was also a good test of like how much stuff I can fit in the car. Like, I think once I get more camping stuff, I'll probably just keep it in the trunk because I don't have a lot of storage space other than that. And all this stuff, like, I just need to organize things too. I need to organize things before I go camping on Tuesday. I think I'm going Tuesday. I don't know for sure yet. I need to make a call to the campground and sort some things out. But yeah, I definitely have enough room in here for the bike and a bunch of camping gear, and I will have more room once I organize things properly. I rarely ever go into my trunk, so it's just like it stayed clean for a really long time, and then it stays clean for a really long time and organized, and then one day I'll be like, oh, I need to get in there and you know, I tested it out. I tested putting the bike in here, and then after that test, it just all stayed a mess because I didn't need to go in there again. So anyway, Tabor trails stuff happening now. It's also weird because I'm like, I gotta go through Coaldale to get to Tabor, and I haven't been there in, I don't know, weeks, three weeks maybe, and that just feels weird. Just like drive this road and not be going home, even though that hasn't been home for like 4 months. Still feels weird, still doesn't feel good, and sad boy summer commence. Let's get wrecked in Tabor. Rock and rollin'. I really like this one. There is a drop that I'm still too scared of though, so we'll save that for another time. Yeah. Looks like I live to see another day. Well, we go right under this. I'm gonna keep trucking. Sure just came off this edge. Whew. Can't hesitate on this one. Coming to the left here, I think would have been a better option. Well, not a clean run, but it's going up anyway. Now that I remember where this is, I remember there was a troublesome area around here. Couldn't remember the details. That's a refresher. Now I've got footage to look back on. So just heading back to Lethbridge from Tabor. I had a pretty successful trip. Did the trails I wanted to do. Out of the 3, the first one was clean. The second one, I got off for a second and had to walk my bike down just a little drop off. I think I know how to take it next time. So hopefully I won't be scared to just do it. But things like off camber, little drops and bits like that throw me off a bit. But hopefully I can get back there soon enough that I won't be scared of it again. I should say there's 4 trails I wanted to do. So the first one was great. I didn't do the drop on that one. I knew I wasn't going to do it today. Second one, good, clean. Third one is the one I was talking about with a little drop that I kind of had to look and scope out how, like, what line I wanted to choose. So hopefully next time I'll be able to do that. And the last one, before I get to the last one, I wasn't mad that I didn't clean that third trail, Dia de los Muertos. I'm not mad about that. I'm just like, okay, now I know for next time, it'll be whatever. But the climb, doing paintball climb up to Coal Pad, I'm pissed about that. Because I've done that climb, I don't know how many times, 4 or 5 times, that I've finished it, like I've cleaned it. And it's a rough climb, it's really steep, but I've done it. And I was just, couldn't do it today, and that sucked. And I was exhausted by the time I got back up. And so for Coal Pad, I did that one, it was fine, but I didn't have a lot of energy left anyway, because I just had to unsuccessfully paintball climb. But overall, I think overall successful trip out to Tabor to hit some trails. And that shirt, I gotta try it on later and see if it actually fits. I really hope so. Oh my goodness, if it doesn't fit, I'm gonna punch myself in the face. I hate being at the studio this late. I'll show you why. I'm just wrapping up the vlog here. This is why. Because it's creepy and dark, and it sucks. But yeah, wrapping up the vlog. I have a bunch of biking videos this week. 4 or 5 different trail videos. I went to Tabor. Some of those biking videos made their way into the vlog as like some highlights. I also had a conversation about something. It'd be cool if I could remember what it was. But I also have a movie review of Drive. If you haven't seen Drive, just go see it. Go see the movie. It's freaking amazing. Not go see it, but see it. Watch it. Find a way to watch it. It's freaking amazing. It's in my top 10 movies. I saw it when it first came out 10 years ago. I saw it in the theater twice. So I have like a review there. But with my reviews, there's always like the first like 5 minutes or so that are like, there's no spoilers. It's just like, this is why you should see the freaking movie. And then there's spoilers after that are very clearly designated. So some good mountain bike videos, some trails that they get a little gnarly sometimes, for sure, especially the Tabor ones. They get spicy. And so those are fun to watch. You can watch those. And like I said, there is the review and there is a conversation about nihilism. That's what it was, about optimistic nihilism and how I've been thinking about that more in my life, talking about hedonism as well, and just trying to balance these things and figure out, like, maybe they can give me a hint as to how to cope better with things, to let things go easier. Anyway, that's it for me. We'll see you at another time.